So hello guys, welcome on the stream. Hello, so make a wish. Sorry for quick shortage. I pressed the wrong button. I meant to change scene and I pressed stop stream. I don't know why. That's just stupid thing to do, but nothing unusual for me. So, as in title, I want to start working on inventory UI, especially player's inventory. So on a last stream, we created this very proof of concept mechanic to just drag and drop item. So if I remember correctly, yeah, it should work just by dragging and dropping items, and should work as fine. Let me just delete unused items with unknown scripts, because I deleted scripts from projects and didn't touch game objects. So yeah, there is failure assertion on an awakened game manager. That's strange. That's very strange, to be honest. Let me just look at it. Instance, yeah, cause there's two game managers, and I, with my starting from scene with index 0 and going to current scene, it had two game managers. So if I guess correctly, I can just delete this one and everything should work just fine. Yeah, so let me clear that. Let me check if first scene is not sample scene, so I have to just toggle it off and work from here. First things first, I think I would start with just occupying area somehow. So I've got slots, and I should create this, I would say, area for inventory based on capacity of it. So I should create some manager. I would say it's rather like component to contain and to make it work properly. So like inventory in UI, I would make just in player inventory manager, or maybe player inventory UI. It will be it would sound better, I think. Aurora, hello. So let's go with player inventory UI. Yeah, just class. Oh, no class. It should inheritance. Let me just check this word to be sure. Yeah, inherit. So let's make this player inventory inherit from mono behavior. Now we have mono behavior. We have to go further. Yeah, so we have this inventory. We have to somehow have reference to an inventory. If I remember correctly, inventory here has everything it should have. So I think I can create just constructor, and everything should just use this constructor for new inventory class, and everything should work correctly. So just for debug purposes, I would make this just public int inventory with. I'm making this public, not property, just public, because I want to be sure that I will delete this from here. It shouldn't be here. no case. So when I leave it like that, and somehow I would leave it to pull request, Michael, when he will look through my code, he will find it and point that to me to just fix it. So inventory width, I would start with 10 maybe, because inventory width will be somehow correlated with bar, toolbar, I would say, like in Minecraft and other games. And I can use their 10 slots, because on a keyboard we have from 1 to 0. Yeah, let's start with 10. And let's go with public int inventory height. I would say 4 rows. It's like rows. I always mix those namings. So we've got rows and we've got columns. So when I want this 4 vertical lines, I would have 4 rows. Yeah, 4 rows. So inventory height or rows. And here we go. On awake, so on a start, just for debug, we have to create private inventory. Yeah, private inventory is player inventory. Yeah. On awake, we have player inventory. It's a new inventory with size of inventory width times inventory height. Oh, what is wrong? Yeah, so here we have int, but this inventory requires unsigned int or short? Unsigned int. So we have to just make it unsigned int with just conversion. So now we taking int when converting into unsigned int. I made it with unsigned int because I want to make sure that no one will even try to create inventory with -1 slots, because it's ridiculous and it's rather impossible. I know that I have some problems with mathematics where I have to cast to unsigned int and so on, but I think it is small cost for good behavior. So I have a player inventory. I should add just a few items. Let me check if on this branch I already have some items, because there should be items, but I have no idea if there are here. Let me just check. It should be in data folder. Yeah, items. I have few items. Okay. So I can somehow get to them. Let me just check it here. So it's just public list of items. Okay. So let's just use inventory methods and just have some fun. So awake, we created an inventory and we have to add items. So rather not add, it's named insert item. So let me just create new item. I have to provide item data and stack amount to create it. So let me just go with for each. So I can go for each game manager instance. It's like Ooh, how do I get items? Where's usages of them? Oh, so now I didn't even reference them anywhere. So maybe from game manager. I think for now it should be good enough place. Okay, so let's start with game manager. Add here public, not maybe public, but first field, serialized field, to make it accessible from Unity Inspector. It will be, of course, public. Items, yeah. Why items? Yeah, from items in world items. Items, let me call this just items, maybe items datas. Oh, yeah. I think it's not very items data. Oh, it sounds better. Let me just leave it like that and make it private set. And now I can just instance that items data, that item list. So I will go through list with through each every item and get every item in here. I have variable, I will name it just item data, and I will get all items. So make a wish. If inventory width and height will be unsigned int, casting will be not required. Yeah, sure. It's good. Yeah, you're right, of course. But as I said, it's just for testing purposes to make sure that I can just change sizes. This will just go away to some costs, but I will do it on another branch because I need other changes like game manager and gameplay manager that I split. But first I have to finish this part of just bare bones UI and bare bone inventory system, and then I can just merge and develop from that point. So I going through every item and I can have some fun. So player inventory, I've got insert. Yeah, let me just insert items without not even on a slot, just inserting to just check system. Let me start with maybe random values. I think it can be a good idea. So let me just start with, so maybe simpler. Insert item, just new item. Of course, item data is one that I get, and the stack amount should be math.random. Random.range. That range. Yeah, and I should start from inclusive, so 1 up to max exclusive. If I wanted to make it from 1 to max stack amount, exactly, to have option to have max stack amount, I should just take item data that max stack amount plus 1. But to be honest, yeah, it doesn't matter. I could just leave it without plus 1 and it should just work. Yeah, so now this random range gives me int, so I have to change it to unsigned short. And now my inventory should be somehow filled just with items, with random amounts of them, so I can just test spreading and so on. I've inserted them, and now let's start with initializing UI. Let's make this private void initialize. I guess I made stupid typo. Yeah, initialized with T, not C. Sure. Now I have to create this UI. So firstly, create all slots, like those inventory slots from here. Yeah, inventory slot. I have to make it clear why I named this like just inventory item, inventory slot, and this is with UI, because those inventory slot, inventory item are used very in a very close environment. So only player inventory UI will have should have access to it and will use them. But this player inventory UI will be sitting on a player. So I want to make sure that when I'm looking on a player on canvas, I'm already sure that this inventory, that this component is from using this UI, from managing whole UI, not from just logic inventory. Because of course, generally I like to split UI and logic. For me, it's a very natural way, especially when I was making a lot of games where I started with this combined logic and UI. Like, for example, I'm creating base building game where every building I build is just building with mono behavior, with component of mono behavior components, and this mono behavior component is also logical part of building. And when this game grows, you hit a wall where you have to start optimizing, and performance is in your way. So now you have problem, because logic and items visible on screen are mono behaviors. So you cannot just turn off items or hide or destroy, or maybe use pull to hide objects that are not visible by camera, and you have problem. So usually I had to split this logic and UI parts, and usually it helps a lot. So I'd strongly recommend that. It's one of the best way to optimize games where you have a lot of things to do on a map, where you have a huge map. Like we were working on a game where you had, I would say, on a normal basis of game, like, and then nothing special or nothing to push it to the limits. You had to just travel like 1,000-2,000 blocks, where our one block is one item, or one mono behavior, one game object, and it was huge. So we had to optimize it somehow, and it was the best way. And to this day, I remember pain of cutting everything that is connected to visuals from everything that is connected to logic. Because logic, when it's on a normal class, not mono behavior, just normal C# class, you can just run it in the background. It's not so heavy. Even with when you add like your custom thinking manager to update them in a way that, for example, one in a second are only updated, and you have great performance. You can go very further in a performance wise. The next step, I think, is only using this dots that is currently I guess it's not released yet. It's still in pre-release state. Let me quickly check. Unity ECS. Is it still? Which version do we have for now? Come on, show me. Learn more. Yeah, I can just. It's just dots sample project. Where is it? It's not so important, but yeah, it can change a lot. Okay, back to my inventory system. Initialize. First, I have to create slots for every slot in this inventory. So let me start with private. Yeah, serialized field, private inventory slot. Let's call it slot prefab. I'm thinking if coming with creating this UI from scratch at the beginning is a good way. But even if we decided in a further part of the developing that we want to make it very static with very beautiful graphics that will constrain this part and will make this impossible, I still can make this method like, I forget it was menu item or context menu. So I could just make it like component on a right click on a mono behavior script, like you have, for example, yeah, here you have some items. You can just add here your custom item, and when you click, just method is run. So I can just do it from an editor just to fill my space with items and save it and make it constant and very static. Initialize. We have to fill items. First things first, let me make this let me get transform that will be parent of all slots. So let's make it slots parent, and let's fill it up. Slots parent. Oh no, let's start with 4. Yeah. Do an item factor rather than okay, so first things first, why not factor for items? As I think I was talking about on the last stream, but I don't need pooling these items because it's just empty C# class. So performance wise, it's not a lot of optimization. I would say it can be, or maybe not similar, but optimization from creating this pool is not a great achievement. And I don't need any logic when creating items, because here is just for debug purposes. Further away, I would have some loaders from save systems and items that will drop things, so I don't need it. But yeah, of course, if in any way I will need it, and I will say in a profiler that it drops my performance using creating a lot of items, I would of course use this pooling, because when pooling is great for mono behaviors, because creating mono behavior, creating game object is very costly. You have to spend a lot of resources to just do it, and when you create a lot of game objects and then destroy and then create and so on, yeah, it's very useful. But when you're using basic C# classes, it's not needed. You can, of course, but I would say it's not needed, and to be honest, I don't feel comfortable with them. Oh, I see what I'm making, but I have to make some changes because I don't want to make this whole UI. Oh, do I? Or I don't want. There's a grid layout group that can set items for me. But do I want it? Yeah, let's have some fun. Let's use grid layout group for now, and later we'll have fun with setting it in another way. So to make it work properly, I have to also get access to grid layout. So at the beginning, I have to get grid layout, get to this constraint count. Do I have something like this? No. I have cell layout, layout of the cells. Okay, so this is like not for me. Grid layout group it's called. I use grid layout, so it's not the same. Let's start with grid layout group. Yeah, here it is. Grid layout. Do I have? Yeah, I have constraint count, and make it inventory width. Okay. Let me just make quickly make menu. It's context menu. Context menu. Just name it create UI. And let me just remove all items. So oh, what is wrong? Yeah, I have to create of course method to be run with this. So let's make private void create UI. So this method will let me to just test if this works. So I will just destroy all items from this parent and then create new ones. So 4, I think 4 can be good. Yeah, I can go with like 4. Or maybe, do I have something like try get child? Maybe something like that. So as parents get child. Yeah, I have get child. So maybe let's do it another way. While parent, so slots parent child count. Child count is different than 0. Hello mechatronics. So we are started streaming in English, so please switch to English. But yeah, of course I will give you permits. While this well, there's some child. Oh, sorry, I'm still trying to switch my thinking. I think it will take just one or two more streams to complete the switch to English. But yeah, it's quite different for on a beginning. In the beginning, to just think in English, to just flow with other language. Do you think it's worth taking 120 degrees for 7 inches? What is it? It's like, to be honest, I've used this plastic VR glasses that just take your phone and make it VR. To be honest, when you don't have a top line phone like the newest Samsung Galaxy or so on, I think it's not worth it. I've used it for some time and it's very dizzy. It's not a pleasant experience. But to be honest, I've never had proper VR glasses, so I had to try them No, I had VR glasses once, but those were some kind of, I think, quests, first generation quests, but it was used for some artistic experience. So I took just to do. Ah, yeah, I remember now. Whole story. We went for an event. We thought it was up to, like, I guess it was like 6 p.m. and we entered there at 5 p.m. and they told us that they are just closing and there's nothing more to see. But they told us that if that we came here, so they can show one person only some artistic experience to help with calming down, to help with emotions. Yeah, all of uh, all of them. So it was like 10 people with me. Just told, okay, Hubert, go. It's the best for you. I don't know. I don't why. I don't have problem with emotions. I'm not I don't explode. Explode. I think it's wrong words for this. But I'm very calm person. Yeah, sometimes. Quest 2 is poor choice. It has blue Fresnel lens. But to be honest, whole concept of Quest, where you don't have to go on some kind of leash, I would say, like with this very heavy cable, is a great concept with this great catching area with cameras. I've heard that is the drift. It's not so bad, so it's useful. And I love this concept that you don't have to use these heavy backpacks or be careful around the cable. Yeah, for me it can be the best way to go, but of course Quest 2 have very, I would not say poor, but not good enough tech inside. Like I think it's rather mid-range phone class of technologies inside, and it's not enough to have some fun in a VR with them. If Michał becomes Michael, you should be Hugo. I think Hugo is the best way. When we were in a Boston for PAX East, it was my biggest concern for the first few days how to tell my name. Just because in the United States, a lot of places like restaurants and fast foods use your name, not code, not just order numbers, something. Usually they call you by your name. And how to tell them my name? Hubert. But I didn't came up with Hugo. It's quite a good idea. I like it. Okay, Mechatronic is good to know to buy normal aspheric, acrylic, or glass lenses. Okay. Good to know. I want to buy some VR. I thought about this PSVR, but looking in some reviews and on a price, I told that no, this is too much. And also, I've heard some cases that there are some cases where this cable is permanently attached to this headset, and when something happened to it, like you just catch it on something and just tear it out, usually it means you have to buy new headset, because repair is almost the same or even half of the price of the headset. So yeah, I'm afraid of it. I think if I bought I won't be focusing on a game. I would be focusing on where is the cable? Is it secure? Won't I tear it apart? And so on. Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at a code and I'm thinking, what was I doing? I've started with create UI. So while there is some any child that while child count is not 0, we had to destroy. So as long as it can be run inside editor, we cannot use destroy. We have to use destroy immediate, because using destroy in an editor will give you I think it's wording or error and won't even work. So we have to destroy immediate inventory parents. Let me just start with slots parents. Okay, so slots parents get child with index 0 game object. So I will destroy child with index 0 while, okay, so another one, another loop, and I destroy again child with index 0, but this time it's not the same, but it's the child that was with index 1 and they're just moved. So it should do the trick, and after that I have to run method initialize. Yeah, we have initialized. So now let's create this inventory. We have constraint set to inventory with. So let's fill it up. By the way, will you change stream description to English? Yeah, of course, we will change this description to English. But to be honest, oh no, another way. I wanted to switch to English for streams. I told for some time. When I started even streaming, I wanted to someday go to English, switch to English, but there wasn't a good chance. And after PAX East, it was my like my spark to just do it. And I think we went to just I think it was today, like a few hours before stream. I'm like, okay guys, let's do it, let's switch it, let's create new timeline, and we're still in process just to translating all things, all descriptions, all panels under. You have already English, need add Polish. Yeah, but to make it clear, I'm going to stream twice a week in English, like in Friday and Saturday on 7:30 p.m. Polish time, and then in Mondays, on Mondays I will stream. On Mondays I will stream also on a 7:30 p.m. but in Polish. So yeah, it stays like good idea, Mechatronics. Thanks for it. We'll add this CC plugin. I will write this down in my chat inside on a Discord with board members, just to make sure that I remember to do it. Yeah, but great idea, especially now when I stream in English, it can be very useful. Oh, I can tell you that when we tried to make some shorts from previous streams in Polish, and finding good tool that can change speech to text, especially in Polish, it was nightmare. Every time when we use it, it usually use different words or just skip some words inside of sentence. So we needed to make a lot of work by ourselves, and now it should be quite easy and quick, and I like it. So initialize UI. Yeah, I remember. So Make-A-Wish, I remember. So we have to initialize UI. We have to fill it up with this slot parent. With this slots prefabs. Yeah. So let's just do it. Instantiate slots prefab as a parent of slots parent. And that's all? Yeah, I think that's all. It will just fill whole inventory. Yeah, it will fill whole inventory. With items, I can make sure that it works just fine. So let's take a slot. Let's switch a folder. Let's make it bigger. I like this bigger one. Let's go to prefabs. Yeah, UI. And let's have a slot. Of course, naming. I want to make this slot, just slot, nothing more, nothing less. Yes, rename file, of course. Let me just destroy it. Here, inventory area. I want component player inventory UI. Yeah, here it is. 10 by 4. Slots prefab, here it is. Slots parents is, to be honest, myself. And this grid layout is from here. And now I should have here, oh, you don't see. Maybe let's do it like that. I've used this attribute context menu, so now I can run this method from here. So I just click this three dots. If I remember correctly, it has a quite strange name. Like in Android, when you have these three vertical lines, it's called hamburger menu. And this has even stranger name. But I don't remember what it was now. So now let's test. Create UI. Oh, null reference exception. How nice. Oh yeah, of course it doesn't work. I should use here inventory width times inventory height. Yeah. So so now it can work from editor. And here we go. Here we have inventory. I think those slots are a bit too big. So let's make them a bit smaller. Maybe 250 by 250. It's 3 aspect. I want it to be not 9 by 10, but full HD. Yeah. With full HD, yeah, it's too big. 200 by 200. It looks better. Let me just make those spaces a bit bigger. Do I need it a bit bigger? Yeah, maybe like, or maybe not. I will leave it like that. So let's go to scene. I want this to be, why it's like that? What is wrong with my UI? Scale with screen size? Oh yeah, it should be vertical. Vertical. No, it's horizontal. Full HD, yeah. And now I can make it a bit smaller. 100 by 100. 120 by 120. Those spaces are too big. 20 by 20. Yeah, it's good enough. And now I can make this much smaller. Can I can I could make it very funny, this whole background, but for now I will leave it like that. So make it here, add component image. Let's make it maybe let's make it a bit gray with alpha channel. So very little, very transparent, little transparency. Let's add transparency. I think it's wrong. Yeah, transparency. So now we have some UI with some backgrounds. I'm not worrying now about this raycast target here, because in the future I will make this compatible with my UI system, because I created whole UI system for Unity with Windows and so on, but it's not for now. Okay, I've initialized UI. To be honest, I can make those methods for now, like if Unity editor. So thanks of that, I will make sure that no one tries to create or edit my UI from game. Okay, so we have awake. Those are only for debug purposes. I think I can move it somewhere here. Do I have some kind of gameplay cons? Let me check on a repo. When I was working on a time system, I've started time system somewhere. Yeah, and I'm sure that I used here time. But where did I add daytime and so on? Date time. It's my daytime inside. But I used somewhere length of day, but I don't remember where. Okay, register for time. Okay, minute passed. Do I even use it properly? I used update from time system. It's empty. Okay, that's strange. That's very strange. Yeah, I have gameplay consts. Okay, so I have gameplay consts in another place. So for now, I'm not moving it there. I have initialized UI. I have this one, player awake, insert. I think I have to start working with my UI system when I'm now thinking about it, because I want to add gamepad, whole gamepad support now. It's because the system I could use already existing one, but I wanted to create something from scratch to make sure that every component is well fitted for my requirements, especially whole gamepad inclusion from day one. I hate when I have to create game and then later add gamepad support, because usually it just fall apart very easily. Hello, Davek. Hello. Welcome on a stream. So we have awake. Create inventory. Now let's fill it up. Let's make method type void, because we don't want to return any. We don't want to return any value. It's private void. I think it should be private void initialize. Just initialize. And I want to go through every item and make sure that the slot is filled up. So, for each in player inventory that do I have items or some kind? No, I don't have it. So let's go with 4. So 4 equals 0 up to player inventory that size. I want to do what? I want to take prefab. I think first I need to somehow make connection with ID and slot. I could just make something like go on each child of slots parents and get components, but I hate this. I would say not hate. I love to cache data. Do I need to cache this data? Do I really need to cache data? No, I don't need to cache this data. But no, I need it. So private dictionary type of, let's start with int, and then let's have inventory slot. Yeah, slots. So awake, we make slot just new dictionary, and let's go with 4. And of course player inventory that size. Let me just take slots parent that get child with index I that get components type of inventory slot. Why there's no such thing as using world.inventory? Where you're in? Oh, cause why? What is wrong with it? What is? Yeah. Oh, I've got it now. This namespace is called inventory. So I have to make it explicitly world.inventory to make it work. Okay, no problem. I want to get I want to get components of inventory slot type, and with this I want to add it to this dictionary with first parameter I, that is index of it, and a second one that is inventory slot. Okay, so like that. I want to use inventory slot from this namespace UI.inventory. Okay, I've did it, and now let's start with initialize. So I work on every slot, and let's just make slots that slot with index I dot. Oh, I don't have any method to do it. So I need to inventory at some way create inventory items. Do I want to pull them? That is a great question. Do I want pooling for inventory item? To be honest, it wouldn't hurt me. Can I use my already existing pool manager? No, there is no pool manager here, so I will have to do it later. So let me just, for now, if player inventory from I, oh, let's make it uint to make sure that I don't have to make sure that I don't need to make a lot of conversions. So if this inventory, that's, what does it gives me? Let's check it out. So this get returns me item. Okay. So if this inventory is not equals null, I want to no, here, int. Yeah. So I want to create item. Let's go with not item slot. It's item inventory item. Yeah. It's item prefab. Okay. So we have prefabs and I want to create them. If inventory is not equals null, I want to create this prefab. So instantiate I'm giving you item prefab. Okay. And I thought about it, and I want to make this hierarchy that this slots are only doing things, and then I sent update information for them. So when I created this item, let's save it to variable item. Okay. I want this item to have method update, maybe set item. Okay, and let's give here, oh, I can save it to variable. Yeah, I can make inventory item that equals to player inventory from I. Come on, here just use this cached value. Okay, and now I want to make set item with this item inventory. So let's go to our, oh no, I can I can use here, just create method. Great, it's public, so it should be here due to our convention that we that we are calling derp. I love this name, derp. It's detailed repository practices, something like that. Naming is our strongest is one of our strongest skills, I would say, or perks. Yeah, perks. We have set item. Let me just set those things. Yeah, exactly. Detailed repository practices. And hello, Michael. Welcome on the stream. Are you listening? No, you are not listening. I'm always afraid when Michael writes something on a chat, and I'm like, is he with me on the Discord? Is he listening to me or no? And usually he is just like randomly talking and scaring me. Okay, I think do I want on awake those things? I know what I want here. I know what I want here. I want something great. I've saved it somewhere. Let me just do a quick search, cause it's great tool and it can save a lot of troubles. Is it here? No, it's not here. Is it here in game dev? Oh no. Do you remember that game where you have to bring color to the world? It's a great game from indie developer. Do you remember title of this game? And why did the music suddenly stopped? I don't know. It's just another song. Okay, how this game was named? Game bring light to world. Come on. No. In the game, bring color to world. I think this is this game. Yeah, exactly this one. Why I'm bringing this? Because in one of his devlogs, yeah, this one. When he was preparing for PAX East, he switched his approach, and he started to load scenes, but he had a lot of spikes at the beginning because in Awake he used a lot of get components. So when New World was loading, a lot of game objects created, a lot of awakes has to be run, and get components spiked like for good half a second drop of frames. And he created a quite interesting tool to use it. And he in this devlog he showed it, but I don't remember where he made it even, I think, public. Oh, it's not in this devlog. Yeah, world string here, exactly here. Yeah, free scene ref attribute. It's a great way, because when you have this like serialized fill and awake, you have to unvalidate, do some things, you can just make serialized field right where it should be. So like self, child, parents, and you have to just make on validate. So now when you make it like this, it will just automatically search to get component and save it to serialized field. Because if we will approach it normally without this attribute, we'll have to manually bring everything, or in onValidate everywhere write this long code and so on. So yeah, I think this is better way. You have self, parents, and so on. And you can just use it to make like by these refs to do it automatically. I love it. I'm taking it. So let's just copy HTTPS. And if I remember correctly, I can just go here to Window, to Project Manager. Yeah, exactly. And with this add icon, I can use add package from git URL, add it, and add it. So now it's our tool. Yeah, but shout out to Kyle for his game and for his great tool. If you don't know this game, I strongly suggest to just look at it. It's such a beautiful game with very meaningful story. Oh, this is great. Great text. Hippity hoppity, your account is now my property. I think I make it sound very badly. Okay, so now I can here with this rect transform, for example, I can make field serialized field with, can I go like oh yeah, it does it compile properly? I think something is wrong. Self, I don't have it here. Did I already? No, I didn't close it. Is it some interface, or is it working? That's strange. Let me go with image. So serialized field self. No, so I think it's not added properly. Can I go with onValidate and try with this crop dots? Sorry for all kropka. I'm trying to say dot, but it's so deeply right inside my brain that it's very hard to just change. Validate refs. Do I have method like this? Well, no, I don't have it. So something went wrong. Package manager. Yeah, I have it here. Okay. Why I don't see it? That's strange. That's strange. Yeah, and this is great. You can make it like optional. So it's also great option. Maybe I... No, I'm just retarded. I also, of course, forget about very important thing. When I'm using this assembly definitions, when I want to use some external library like this one, exactly like this one, I have to add it manually here. So I have to find how this namespace can be named. Do I have something here? Package JSON attribute. Yeah. key core. That's interesting. Oh no, it's very normal naming. Okay, so now with this, when I apply this, I should have access to it. Yeah, great. So let's go further. Validate refs. Great. Let's make it expression body. And thanks for that. Can I? Yeah, I can add it here now. Okay. So, do I really destroyed my prefab of item? I think I did it. So let's create empty like this for this slot. So let's make it. Do I want to have it? Do I want to make it with width and height, or do I want to make it to expand? I think I will start with this. So I have to add image to make it possible to use icons, and I want to add item in inventory item. Great. And those ones are correctly attached. I love it. I already love it. So this current slot, I think I can make now private. Just private current slot. Just remove all of it. With Alt? No. How did I move the whole line down? I never remember it. Oh, Control Shift. Okay. So with Control Shift I move line down. Okay. And this is working. Set item. Oh, I need to add one more thing. That is I wanted to add some text to make like 2 items, 3 items, and so on. Yeah, it's like in VS Code. To be honest, those shortcuts with arrows keys and Shift Control Alt are universal across most, or maybe even all of IDEs. I think this came originally from terminal. If I remember it correctly, but I guess it was originally in terminal, and it stayed like this, and no one is even trying to change it because everyone is so used to it, and it's very quick. Okay, so I've got inventory item. Okay, so it's this one. This is for sprite, and I want to make here text. It has to be black text. It should be a number. So let's make it here to attach to the middle to the down edge to the middle. Multi-line selection, yeah, multi-line selection is of course different in every IDE. That is very painful. Let's make it a bit smaller, maybe, and a bit higher. Let's make it only 100 on the width and 30 in the height. Let's make it a bit higher. Yeah, great. But this multi-line selection, I'm talking that, it's such a pity that it's different in every IDE, but to be honest, I never learned it properly. I don't remember even time when I used it, so yeah. This is not a great option for me. I have to sit someday and finally learn it, but easy times will come. Okay, I'm clicking here raycast target to be off because I am using this on begin drag and so on. I don't want this area to obstruct my click. So with this raycast target on everything that is rendered, I think everything that use this canvas renderer component has this option, raycast targets. But yeah, it lets you pick it up and not stop this click from spreading further. Yeah, I know it's super useful to use these multi-line editors. It's great, but learning it for me is a very hard way, especially when no one told me how to use it, use keyboard properly. I would say it like that, because for even like half a year ago, I was using mouse all the time just to jump through code and so on. And only recently I started to use the Shift, Control, Alt just to jump around the code to make it a bit faster. At the beginning, it is of course making me much slower, but in the long term, I'm seeing I see a lot of improvements. Yeah. Okay. So we've got text, we've got inventory item. Let's make this prefab. So here, prefabs UI inventory item. Delete this one. Here I can add this inventory item in here. Yeah, I have to make serialized field for a child. I love this. It's this one thing that you really need it in your life, but you didn't know that you need it in your life, and now it's your essential to go further. I love such tools. Let's make this TMP text to use text. It will be count text. Of course, here it will be a lot of more items like progress bar and so on. But for now, I make it simple. Very simple. Yeah, and pooling will be good option for here. Good option for displays. Maybe even factory. I think factory here could be. I think for this factory can be useful. No. Simple things, simple code. Don't make it too janky. Just let's do it like to do factory or pulling. Okay. Set item. So here we are coming with set item. I have to take this image, its sprite, and make it inventory item that not is it yeah, it's item data that sprite. Great. And I want to make count text that text equals to item inventory item that stack amount. Yeah, simple as that. I think I have to make it to string, and that's enough. Okay, so now on a begin drag, I'm starting to drag it on and drag. I want to make more of it. Okay, so on item drop and here. Okay, so on item dropped on this slot. Now I was doing only this attaching thing, but now I have to make more. I have to make logic behind it. So if item drops, I'm thinking about something, because now when I'm dropping thing on a slot, I'm dropping it, I'm physically moving item, and I have two options. Just to swap items, but for this I have to very intentionally work with inventory to make it possible, because I don't want to, I have to switch them, and later I don't need another update or so on. Or I can just take it back to its place and then just update from inventory. Okay. First thing first, I'm sure that I need to use this slot to contain to take information about inventory item. Or do I? What inventory gives me? This gives me event when item is changed. So I have on content changed with index of slot where something changed. So when I'm moving it, I will get two events. I'm thinking here about my approach, especially for items that are not usual. For example, I would like to have some items with animations in an inventory, or some items in the slots will have progress bar, for example, pickaxe that can be destroyed over time, and I can make one Uber inventory item that contains everything and works with everything, or I can work with some inventory item that is basic, and from there I can make I can create more advanced inventory items, just to show things in a proper way. But this approach can be tricky with changing things inside inventory. Like moving is the simplest way. It's the simplest because you can pick it up, move it somewhere, easy. But I don't know. For example, something I'm walking around and I'm picking items, or maybe I'm using pickaxe and it can be destroyed. It can be tricky in some ways. I don't know which one is better, because inventory item with Uber, this one that contains everything, is quite straightforward, but quickly can make everything very very chunky, very hard to use. But it's simpler. It doesn't make a lot of... doesn't make me fight with it. I think I need some way to communicate from the beginning. Now I'm thinking, how should I approach this when I want, if I will choose this few different inventory items? I can start with what? I have to somehow tell that this slot is used when this item data is used. So creating this one should... yeah. Oh, I'm using items in inventory. Those are classes. So I can create something like that. Here in my player inventory UI, I can create dictionary that contains item as a key and inventory item as value to connect item to our inventory items, for example. And now when something is changing, for example, I have here first things first, on enable I have to attach to this event, so player inventory that on content changed. Okay, and on enable I have to just clear everything and start from beginning. Let me make this method private void on inventory changed with parameter type of... what type of? Unsigned int. Okay. Slot ID. Okay. And it goes here. And of course on disable I have to take player inventory on context changed and deattach this event. Okay, expression body, and I can on enable also call initialize method. So I should remove it from here. Now at the beginning, I have to clear this items dictionary. Okay. And here we go. For every inventory, okay. Let's make it that way. Public inventory item. Okay. Public inventory item. That is of course inventory item. It's property, so gets. Let's start with just set, and let's have some fun from here. I'm going through whole inventory. So if inventory is null, is not equal null, I should create some pooling for it. But for now, before starting, I want to go for each items that values item, and I want to just destroy every item that game object. So first things first, I want to destroy any of these items that is created, because I've opened inventory at the beginning. It's easier for me to just clear it all and start from scratch than finding what is different and so on. So I'm destroying everything. I know I have to add pooling, and I will add it when I will switch branches, so after code review of this part. I have initialize, I have destroy, and I'm going through inventory. So if inventory item is at equals null, okay, else I want to take, I can make it simpler. I can here go to slots, take slots with index I, and set its value to, no, I cannot set it to inventory item. Here in else, I have to take slots with index I and set its inventory item to null. Okay. And here I instantiate, I set item, and I'm telling this slots from index I to set inventory item to this item. Okay. But and of course I want to items add in a key item. Sorry, it's inventory item. I want to add item. Why do I need that? Because now when I reach something like this, on inventory changed, and I know that the slots changed, I can compare. For example, if item is switched position, I can just take item, find if it exists on a still in inventory, and then move it there. Do I create it some way to easily switch places? I don't know. Let me just check it out quickly. So let's go to inventory. No, changing places is not good idea for now. On inventory changed. Okay. So first things first, if slots from slots ID that inventory item is not equal to, oh, I can here save this. I should here save this item. So let's make public property item of type get with private sets. Okay. If inventory item, that item is not equal, or maybe like if is still equals to this, what gets me from inventory. So inventory, player inventory, that from slot ID. So if this item is still the same item, so only like value changed. Hi, kind compose, but sorry, we are not. We don't look for it. Yeah, I guess so, but yeah. Where we were? Yeah, here. If inventory item is the same, I want to just slots from slots ID. That's inventory item. That's set. Maybe set item update. Maybe let's call it update. Okay. And now it can do everything it wants. Let's make it virtual, because I think I will use here inheritance to make inventory item for pickaxe, for example. Yeah, it's public virtual void set item. It's update. It's not a good naming because of Unity update. Let's call it update values. Let me just copy it. Update values. And now I want just to update this text. Oh, I have to save it. So item is equal to inventory item that is passed here. And here I'm using just item. Make this our lovely expression body to make reader happy. Right, reader. It's reader, yeah? I think it's reader, not rider. Okay. We have we can update values easily. Now, after that, I think I want to just return. And now it's the funny part. Because item could change place. So if so maybe let's make it like like that. Inventory item to cache value from inventory. Exactly from inventory. Let's make it here. Okay. So this stays intact. I want to first check if inventory item, that's inventory item, if inventory item is equal to null. When this can happen? When this can happen? For example, I'm moving item. So yeah, I'm moving item from place A to place B. Or something moved it for me. So if this inventory item is null, let me check if slot. Let's cache values for slots. Let's have it like that. Do not use it every time from scratch. It will be easier just to use word slots, not whole thing. Okay, so if slot inventory item is not equal null, it means that there something changed here, and there was something inside here. So when this happens, that there was nothing, and there is something, but there was nothing. I want to I want to just destroy slots, that inventory item, that game object. But first I want to remove from these items. Remove, of course, this item. Okay. I want to destroy, and I want in the slot set inventory item to null. Oh, why not? Oh, set, not check if it's null. So if here, then just return, you've done everything. But here we are in a place where inventory item was null. This slot inventory item also was null. So nothing changed really, just return. Okay. And now is fun part. Because item changed place. Yeah, item changed place. But sorry, I have to maybe use where it was. Somewhere it was route pooling. Here, yeah. Should be to do pooling. And let me just copy it and paste in every place that will be used for pooling. Whoa, that's a lot. 464 meanings for a set. Okay. Now is fun part, as I said, because I have to decide if this item was created and added to the slot, or this item was moved from other place. So if inventory item, let me do it that way. If inventory, oh no, if items here that contains key, so if I have key that is inventory item, I know for sure that is somewhere else. But here I know that it's new item, so I have to create it. Let me just start with, there's no if. I have to just maybe create item, but I see that I can make methods to that. So it will be void create item. Yeah, and will be destroy item. Big no source. Oh, of course, I forgot about void. And now I don't have to do it like that. And I have to just pass slot. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's pass inventory slot. Okay. So I remove this item. I destroy this game object and I set this one. Okay. So destroy item with slot. Great. Here, update value. And here with create item, to be honest, I have to pass only item. Yeah, inventory item and slot. So it's just item that is called inventory. I think I mixed up naming here a lot. Yeah. Yeah. I will deal it with it later, so I'm the one that will be suffering. So create item should be here with inventory item and I. Okay, great. Great. So it's somewhere else. I will do swapping in a moment. And here, I know that this is new item. So I want to create item, that is inventory item, on a slot ID. Great. That is all. Okay. Oh yeah, sure. I can inverse if here. That's convenient. So if there was this item, but wait, what's if inventory item is null now? No, it works fine. Yeah, it should work fine. But if it is somewhere else, I want to take current item, sorry, old item, and of course take it from slot, that inventory item. I want to move. No, I see that now it's very mixed up. So this is item. And let's change naming. So item, okay. When I create item, here it's inventory item, of course. Oh, why such? No. This is item, of course, and this is item. Great. I want to add item. Great. Now it's keeping naming that, like inventory item is always inventory item, and I will not mix it up. So now old item I take from slot, old inventory item, that's used whole name, So old inventory item. Now slot that's inventory item. Let's change it from contains key to try get value, because I can use here out moved inventory item. Oh, I have to first pass key, that is item, and then I have moved inventory item, that is inventory item type. So now I can just swoop, make it this inventory item, make it here. Okay, I've got this one, and I can just set it like that. I think I can. Yeah, it should work. And this moved inventory item, I can just update values and return. And I think that's all. And now it should react for changing inventory. Okay. Let's see. If I press play, will it start? Or will it make rain of errors? Of course, it's not working out of the box. Oh, I forgot to add items here in Game Manager. That makes sense. Okay, play. So now initialize. Of course, I didn't even initialize this dictionaries, so let's make sure. Okay. Oh, I can remove it here and make it also read only. Fair point, I like it. So, waiting for Unity to just reload. Classic. Okay. Something is not yes. Oh! I am not yes. Of course. My stupid mistake. Now, I'm setting this value, but I'm never using this one that sets parents and position and everything. To do that properly, I have to on item dropped change name to. Oh no, I don't want to do anything here for now. I just want to here save the private variable type, of course, of inventory item called inventory item with. So it's camel case or it's Pascal case? Camel case. I always mix it. Yeah, it's camel case. So with camel case, I have to, with switching to English, I want to work on my vocabulary, especially with this naming conventions, because I used to learn myself a lot, and all of that I learned by myself, and a lot of this naming, like Pascal case, Camel case, a lot of vocabulary connected with inheritance are missing in my private dictionary. So I'm trying to work on it. So username Marilla. I see there is there's a very missed opportunity for naming. Marila Rodovich, you could always as a programmer, call yourself Rodovich, yeah, and you can just add S to make it Rodo switch, and then make it programmer joke. Okay, inventory item, let's set to value. Okay, and with this I want to, of course if inventory item is null, just return, nothing happens. And here just set those rect transforms to parent and anchor's position properly to make it inside. And now I think I should see items. I'm a bit afraid. Oh. 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 Oh, yeah, sure. It didn't work properly. Sure. Sure. Okay. I have initialized. Where should I? Why the value is not changing? Where every item had 0. That's interesting. Why? I create item, I make set item, I call set item from inventory item. Let me just make it a bit better. So like that. Do I set it properly? So it should be working. Yeah, it should work. Let me just add debugger here quickly and check it out. Why there is 0? It shouldn't be like that. Oh, come on. Come on, faster. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay. Oh, it's truly 0. So maybe I looked in a wrong place. Let me go here. Is it some conversion error? It would be bit stupid. Okay. Max stack amount is 64. Okay. It's F7. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm still mixing keys. Continue, F8, F8, F8 here, F7, okay. I want it here, it's 8, okay. Do I? Oh. So, it's like that. Let's try change, okay. Amount is, why amount is 0 here? Why? Oh no, what I did? I used stack amount from here. I used this stack amount. I should use this stack amount that is parameter, not that is property. Yeah. That should work now. I think constructors should be here. Yeah. Now it could work. Okay. So it works now. Let me just but it works. It basically works. We can go further here. So when I set this item here in inventory slot, okay, I'm setting it up. They want to do it that way. I can try. So on item dropped, I can start here. Oh, here I have to, of course, inventory item set here, set inventory slot to this one because it's not set and it should be. So I can I? Yeah, of course I can make it public. Current slots. Let's make it funny. So let's make it private get set. Why not? I can do it. It should be used. I can of course make a method that is called set current slot. But why? I can make just private get, so no one will be able to read value from it. And it should suggest how it works. So current slot set to this, and this works. So on end rack, I send events. Okay. But why did it even try to go here? I've reached that hovered count was equal to 0. Did it had hard time to get inventory slot? It have rake as targets. Nothing is hiding it. So why it's not working as it should? I know that I drop it here. Oh. Oh. Something is not working. Why didn't you go back? Oh, let's do it another way. So on item dropped, I know that item is dropped here. First things first, if item is my inventory item, let's make this methods private void reparent item. That is only setting things like anchored and so on. So do I made typo? Of course I made typo. No, it's correctly. Why it's not in dictionary? I want to add to solution per team shirt reparent item. Here I want to call reparent item, and of course here if item is the same thing, I want to call reparent item and do just return. Okay, but now things are changing. I want to if let's start simple. If my inventory item, that I'm holding now, it's not null, for now return, but here I will check additional key and go and do some logic. Oh, maybe not make it maybe not on item dropped. Let's rename it to try move item. Try place item. Oh, that can be better name, because I will use this method also to work with gamepad. So try place item is much better than better naming than on drop. Okay, if inventory item is not null, but now everything works correctly except my camera, I see. So let me just try to, oh no, not this one, this one. Why camera? Why are you doing this to me? Come on. Will you wake up? Wake up. Okay, give me a moment. I'll quickly restart it. Okay, it's reconnected. Maybe now. Will you connect? Okay, now connected. Maybe deactivate, activate. Hello? Oh, I remember. I have to close one process quickly. Let me just... I had this problem with this camera from the beginning today. It's some days it works flawlessly, but some days it has its own, I would say, that's like humor. Oh, there is no camera hub. Really? Oh, come on. Don't fight with me. Oh, yeah, I'm back. Let me just make sure that camera won't turn off. Okay. Everything should be all right. Yeah, great. Sorry for that. I think I want it to be. Oh yeah, it works. Great. Where we were? Yeah, here. Let's try place item. I need to have some kind of access to player inventory. I don't have any access for now, because it will be, I think, in gameplay manager, but there is no gameplay manager on this branch. So for now, for only testing purposes, let's make it public static. This inventory, this player inventory for the bridgman for, let's add for test, and this one will set on awake to player inventory, and of course when I switch branches I will remove this static, public static. Okay, so now I can, here in this slot, I can do like player inventory UI, that player inventory for test. I can just Oh, there is no such method as move item, because move item is quite different. No, it's not quite different. It's just... Oh, I didn't thought about it like that. Let me just... Come on. Let me just go to the inventory and read it out to make sure what I have to do. Inventory. Okay. So I have this item. So this whole logic tries to insert item. Oh, I want to see this. So if I can insert item is if... Oh, I never hear react when the slot is empty. Okay, so I have to react when slot is empty. Because when I want to insert on a slot that is empty, I have to just insert it. So if inventory from y that... Sorry, inventory from slot that item is equal to null, just set this item to, of course, new item with passing, of course, item. Okay, return default. That is convenient, but I think I want to this insert item add parameter, because in inventory sometimes I don't want to make this copy. It's a good idea to make this copy, but in some ways, like here, I want to insert item, just like move it there. No, it's... I have to make completely another method. Yeah. I have to make boolean. Yeah, boolean. Move item like uint from slot uint to slot. Okay, and I need to make method move. Do I have to make method switch? No, I can make just move that just swaps places with two items, and that will be enough. Yeah, that should be enough. So it's move item from, so from slot from param, it's like param name. No, it's para. I don't remember how to name. So it moves item from slot to slot. Okay. To be honest, I have to just retype it to slot and returns nothing. And now I can here make public here. Yeah, public void move item. So let me just copy to write less code, less the better. Okay, from the slot. And let me just var old item is inventory from I. That's I. Item. Sorry, inventory from to slot. That item. Okay, so I read old value. I set it to from slot. Sorry. I set it to from slot. Okay. And then I set from slot to old item. Oh. Oh. That's nice. Does it even compile? that is first question, because sometimes it can work, but it didn't compile. Yeah, so here, play inventory for test, try plus item. Yeah, let me just move item from slot. It's item that from slot. It's item that. Oh, it's item that current slot that. Oh, it's not so easy because I'm not using slot ID here. So let me just, for now, comment it out and make sure that the things there is working. Come on. Hello. Does it compile? Let me just turn off play mode so it can properly recompile. It looks like it works, but I have a little problem with it. Because first, one item will change, and there will be oh, that is no, that's everything is right. So I changed this item, okay, but do I even fire this event on content change? I never fired it. Okay. No, I changed only when, okay, here. I changed it here. Item change reaction. Okay. So on item changed here, like that. But yeah, but there will be moments that when I move items between places, there will be two same items attached somewhere. And I'm thinking how to work with that. Because firing on content change manually whenever it changes it's stupid idea. How to do it? Oh, I have an idea. So let me just here get back to it and remove this set, and of course make public methods, public void, of course. So maybe make it just get. Yeah, I don't need this set. I want to remove it because now I can make method set item. Of course, parsing item. But also I can add bool, make silent change. Okay, of course the silence where e. Now I can do it like that. Okay, and if not silent change, so if silent change is of false, I want to fire on item changed with invoke slot index. Thanks to that, of course, in some places I have to fire this method. Like, of course, there is nothing like that here. But here, I want to fire set item. Let me just, yep, change it to that. So set item. I can, if I guess correct, I can just, yeah, select some things. I can just set item to null. Okay, almost all. So set item to null. Remove that. Here, of course. Oh, so now here, set item, easy, null. That is, and now all of that was just to here, fire method set item with parameter true. So this change won't fire our event, and now when it's done, I can just manually on content change fire to first to slot, then from slot. When it works, when it's stupid and it's work, it's not stupid. So I like it. Okay, we have it. Now let's test it. Let's press play and see what we will get. I should be, oh, why when I'm dropping nothing happens? So when I drop and there's no slot, but when there is slot, I'm trying to place this. Okay. If item is, if my item is not null, so nothing should happen now. It should just, I would say, be in void somehow. Let me just debug that log. What? Why not? I like this naming a lot. So let's play and see what we get. Okay. Oh. Oh. That is enough. It's not what I want. So yeah, debugger is your biggest friend, and let's check it out. So there's count is 0, So let me expand this. Why on the first thing is inventory area, canvas? What the hell? What is this hierarchy? Oh no. Is it like a list of items that I hovered during movement? Oh, so I have to take hovered from even data that hovered that count -1 to get last. Oh, I always forget about this very cute way to get to the last element. That's nice. Okay, so now let's just recompile. Sorry for hitting. And what we have? Oh, it works. It works. It works. So now, just swapping. I can do it in a simple way, on a very easy way. How to do it properly? Maybe just add here slot ID. It won't be, yeah, it could be useful. So like just you int unsigned int slot ID like that. Get set. Why not? No need for private setters and so on. Because from here, when I go through all of them, when I add them here, I can also get this slot from here, from this get component. Do I even need this dictionary now? I don't know. We'll see. So let's set this slot ID to I. And now, thanks to that, I can here in the inventory slot do something like that. It's player inventory UI, that's this inventory for tests. From here, I can fire method move item. So now from slot to slot. So from slot is item that current slot, that slot ID. To slot is slot ID. Oh. 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 I need it public. Fair point. Okay. And it should work. I should be able to move items around. Object not set to an instance of an object. Okay. So it's okay. So it's undragged, right place, move item, set item. Oh, inventory. What? Do I have more info? I know. I never. So it should be fired. Of course, this thing should be set, but only if this item is not equal null, and of course this stack amount is equal to 0. That makes sense now. Okay. Okay. Let me just check it out. Play. And move. Oh, nice. Slots on inventory changed. Okay. First things first. Oh, so I check if here if slot that inventory item is not equal null, and of course item there is item is, so then I go here. But can I? No, it has to be like that. Yeah, it has to be like that. Let me just retry. I think now it should be all right. Player console to make sure to see every error, every warning, and okay, okay. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. No ghost items. I like it. And I think all the thing that left is to add gamepad. Of course, I can add like spreading items along few slots, like spreading in a half and so on. But this is for later, to be honest. It's not important for now. For now, I want to have just inventory to start make it work. To let me work further with quest and so on, and I can just go back here to inventory to just add this splitting and so on. I need some way to just select slots. I think how I can approach it. I have to select item and then jump around. I can use, no, I can't use, here I can't use this Unity feature to select items. I have to just select item. So make I have to develop whole selecting problem in my inventory. Oh no. Can I make it window problem to just handle selection changes? I can. Of course I can. That's an interesting idea. So let me quickly show you what I'm meaning. So here I have this my area, inventory area. I can create empty. Call it inventory window. Okay. Make it, of course, big one, big boy, and make it parent. Do I have window here? I have. So it's mono window. Is it? Yeah, it's mono window. Or is it whole area? I can make it area, or can I? Can I? I can make game area. So let's make this canvas. Area. Okay. So it's mono area. I want to make this slot. So it's full screen window. Okay. So it's like that. It's window slot. It's single window slot. Yeah, great. Open window as main. My holder is here area. I have mainly this full screen window. It's like that. Yeah, it's all right. I have no controller. I have no slots. This is default area. Of course, I need to add UI manager. Mono area. No, it was. Oh, how it's called even? Scripts. No, it's in libraries. It's not utils. It should be here in Unity UI. Mono UI manager. Oh, it's not mono behavior. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So quickly, let's add to game manager. Here to game manager, public mono UI. Oh, I don't have access from here, so I have to add to my assembly definition. I need to get UI neck UI Unity UI. Yeah, exactly. Apply. So with that, I can make just mono UI. I can or I can't. I added it. Public UI. Can I just use using neg? Yeah. That UI dot Unity UI. Do I have now mono UI manager? Exactly. Mono UI manager, of course, get private sets. And in awake, I want to set this mono UI manager to new mono UI manager. Do I have to? Can I pass null? Oh no. Oh no. Do I really need that? Start area. Is it even used? Add no. So let me just for now add serialize field just with privates. Yeah, just with private mono area, like start area. Okay, and pass it here. Start area. Great. Why not working? Now it's working. Okay, so it should be working. And now this window is our main window. So I should start working. What? Oh, of course. those canvases and so on that failed to initialize. No. This is not fun for today. And I think for today is enough for me. I thought I will do much less, to be honest. But I created whole UI and only left just basic gamepad. So, thank you very much for your attention. Thank you for your activity. If you want, join our Discord. If of course you can follow our YouTube channel with shorts and recordings of the streams. And what? See you soon. See you in a Friday on another English stream, or in a Monday on a Polish stream. So have a nice weekend. Take some rest. Take care and see ya. Bye.